Hi everyone, long time no see. I'm glad to be back. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Ellen, wife, mother, 3 kids. My kids are 5, 7, and my oldest will be 9 in a few days. I can't believe he's going to be 9. The time passes by so fast. So I know it's been a while since I actually made a video. We moved at the end of July from South Korea. We now live in Germany. I'm finally getting everything set up. I just have about 1 more box left to unpack, but other than that, we are getting settled. We have lots of changes in our house, which I will go over in a few minutes, but let me just say that I am glad to be back on YouTube, and I've still been posting regularly on Instagram, so if you are on Instagram and would like to follow me there, I'll try to put the link up here, and then if not, I'll put the link in the description box down below. So the biggest change in our homeschooling this year is how we will actually do school. So since we are living in Germany, and myself and my children are actually German citizens as well as American citizens, they are attending a German school. So how school works in Germany, if for those of you who don't know, so my kids are 5, 7, 9. They are in kindergarten, 1st and 3rd. So they go to school part day. So our plan for the year is they go to school half the day to German school, full 100% immersion German school. And then in the afternoon, we'll be homeschooling at home with our American curriculum. So I will do a separate video on the curriculum that I'm using for our homeschool, but I'm going to explain just what our life is like now. So for my kindergarten and my 1st grader, they go to school from, well, let me rewind. My kindergartner goes to school from 8 until 11:45. My 1st grader goes to school from 7:45 until 11:45, and then my 3rd grader goes from 7:45 until 12:45. So then they come home for lunch after that, have a little bit of free time, and if they have some homework, and then after that we do a little bit of schoolwork from our American curriculum. So reasonings behind putting them in German school. So let me drink some tea. Well, number 1, we are, like I said, half German. We are also German citizens as well. So if you don't know, Germany has outlawed homeschooling, so it's illegal to homeschool in Germany. So part of the reason for sending them to German school was that. I know we probably could get around it a little bit being here on a military, like on SOFA status, but that's just not something that I wanted to battle or something that I wanted to even go through. Reason number 2 was that since we are German citizens, I find that I want them to have a connection to their ancestry, their roots, and become fluent native speakers. And that's something that I struggle with at home, being able to speak both German. Well, I can speak both German and English, but I've struggled with being able to speak German to them and have them become fluent speakers as well. My husband, although he is also part German, he doesn't speak any German. So I have to speak English with him. All of our homeschool material is in English. So I found it very hard to navigate going back and forth between the languages, or just trying to speak fully German, but then having library books and homeschool material and all that stuff being in English. So I felt like attending school, learning from German teachers, they would be able to really pick up the language. And I don't have a number 3. That's it. Those are the 2 things, the 2 reasons why they are in school. So we are still transitioning. It's been hard, but it's also been fun. And I really have to give my children like a pat on the back, a high five, because I really threw them in there. They know like a few words in German, but before starting school, they didn't really know much. And the teachers speak German. They will sometimes explain some things on the side in English after explaining to the class in German if they didn't get it. And my kids are really doing very well in school. Now, The reasoning behind the grades, I initially, when I put them in school, I wanted them to go back a grade. So for my 8-year-old, I wanted him to go to 2nd grade, and my 7-year-old, I wanted him to go back in 1st grade, just because of the language barrier. Academically, I thought that they would do fine, but the language barrier is what worried me. So we tried that out. So my oldest went to 3rd and my second went to 2nd. But here the standards are a little bit different than they are for my homeschool and for America. And so for my 7-year-old, he struggled really on the first day. Just, I think, overwhelmed with the situation. They also expected already for him to be able to read cursive, and those are just, we weren't working on that yet at home. So the teacher talked to me after school and said that she thought that it would be better for him to be in 1st grade, which I completely agreed with. And I had said that anyway when I first signed them up for school. So that's what he did, and it's a much better fit. And like I said, academically, you know, they're learning the letters and the numbers, but that's fine because he's learning it in another language. And then at home, I'm still doing my homeschool material with him for 2nd grade level. So it's really working out well. I love that school is only half day. They get to eat breakfast with me in the morning, eat lunch with me, and then we still have the rest of the day to spend time together, to do activities without feeling so rushed, and then also do some homeschooling. So those are really the updates that I have for right now. If you have any comments or questions about how we're doing with anything at all, just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.